Camp Talooli. My name is Jeff, and one of the things that kids do at camp, all kids do at camp, is they all get to go on a fishing trip with their counselor. And we go fishing here at Camp Talooli. We always do it in a canoe and on our private lake, Lake Temelo. So it always starts here. Everyone has a life jacket on. Usually I like to have 4, 5, or 6 kids sitting in the bottom of the canoe. And then we go out and we actually fish from the canoe using the fishing poles and these little lures. And I'll show you just how we do it. But first, I gotta get the paddle, and we have to start pushing off from the dock. By the way, it's kind of early spring and the trees don't even have leaves yet, so the fish might be kind of cold. They might not bite at all. But it's fishing. It's always a mystery. You never know if you're gonna catch something. We use these little rubber lures, little twister lures, and they kind of look a little bit like a fish that's swimming. I'll put it in the water and you can see. When it's in the water and you're pulling it, the tail wiggles like that, and that wiggling is pretty much like a fish swimming. And remember, all the fish that live in our lakes actually make a living by eating other fish. So we're kind of hoping we can fool them into trying that. Sometimes we use white colored ones, sometimes we use black colored ones. It kind of depends on the day. And one of the things that frustrates kids and staff sometimes about fishing is, how do you put the fishing lure onto the fishing line? And how do you make sure that the fishing lure is going to work well? So why don't you move in a little closer and I'm going to show you just how to do it. And one of the things to remember about monofilament fish line like this is that it's very slippery. So a lot of knots just won't hold. So you want to use the right kind of knot. This knot is pretty simple if you practice it a couple times. You push the line through the eye of the hook, then you twist the hook, I don't know, 5 or 6 times, so that the running end is free like that. And then you see the little hole right there, not in the eye, but right there, the little loop in the line. We're gonna put this free end down through that little loop. Sometimes it's a little tricky to hold on to. Okay, and then just before we tighten it up, we're going to run that back through itself. And then when you go to pull it tight, sometimes with a little bit of spit, a little saliva, you can make this thing slick enough, it'll tighten right up on itself. Now that knot will hold pretty well. Now sometimes your lure will come out of the water looking like this. That's just not good. Pretty simple fix though, because if we just slide the old, and that's what it looks like, it's had some fights with some fish. And then if we take the lure body, we stick the hook end into it, then just push it on, feed it through like this, till it gets to be about where the body joins the tail of the lure, and then just push it up like that. You're all ready to go. So the way we do it is we get the boat moving, and then we're gonna cast out and put out 1 or 2 boat lengths of line out there, and we'll just literally pull the line through the water. So let's go fishing. So we were dragging our lure through the water, and sure enough, a largemouth bass grabbed at the lure and got hooked. Now we're not going to keep him, but we'll take a look at him. One of the things I like about fishing is it's one of the few ways kids get to be close to nature. They can even touch the fish. We'll very gently hold the fish so it doesn't get away. And then we'll unhook him, and we'll let him go. That's a pretty animal. All nice and smooth and slimy on the outside. It's got a stripe right there. And a really big mouth, because remember, what do they eat? That's right, they eat all the other fish. Okay, largemouth bass, go by in the lake, swim away. So, it's been a good day. We didn't get scum. So here's another largemouth bass. Pretty common. This lake only has 6 kinds of fish in it. And this is the one that gets to be the biggest. Long and skinny and kind of green and white. Time to go back in the lake. So this is how fishing goes at Camp Talooli. cast the line maybe 20 feet out behind the boat, paddle along nice and slow, and as the boat moves forward, it makes the lure swim through the water. It's called trolling. And usually I'd have this fishing pole in the hands of one of the kids at camp. Remember, if anybody in the boat catches a fish, we all get to claim what we got. It's team fishing. Well, it's starting to rain here. I must admit I've never been fishing on Lake Temalo in March, but the spring came a little early this year. But the good news is we did catch a couple of bass. There are other kinds of fish in the lake the kids catch in the summertime, but at least we caught some bass. So anyway, have fun for now. This is Talooli Trails, and this is Jeff. See you next time.